Hi, I'm Wayne Allen Root for Personal Liberty, and I have yet more information on the Obama at Columbia University mystery. The plot thickens. My life has crossed paths with President Obama on multiple occasions. According to Obama himself, we were Columbia University classmates, both pre-law and political science majors in the class of '83. I also ran against Obama in 2008 on the Libertarian presidential ticket. What are the odds of two classmates running against each other for president? But something about the Obama at Columbia story has always bothered me. Last week at Personal Liberty, right here, I wrote about having just returned from New York, where I attended my 30th Columbia University reunion. I celebrated with my esteemed classmates. Everyone except Barack Obama. As usual, he wasn't there. Not a trace, not a video greeting, not a letter. I could not find any classmates who even claimed to know him. I called Obama in that commentary the ghost of Columbia University. I pointed out, just as I've said in the media for many years now, that Obama may have been registered at Columbia, may have graduated from Columbia, but he was rarely, if ever, seen for the 2 years in between. It's a strange, mysterious, and frightening story, considering he's in the White House. Is he the real-life Manchurian candidate? What explains Obama having just enough skeletal proof that he was there, one photo, one roommate, one professor, and one friend, but never seen in class, never on anyone's radar screen, almost invisible? A total 2-year blackout. It's like a story straight out of a novel about the CIA or KGB. He graduated Columbia, but it's almost as if he never went there. To make matters even more mysterious, Obama's college records are sealed, as in no one can get at them. He's had plenty of opportunities to authorize the release, to clear the air. He's never chosen to do so. But why? What has he got to hide? Funny enough, Obama's never had a problem ripping open the sealed records of his political opponents. Every step of his career, Obama's beaten his opponents by having sealed documents or tax returns just happen to be publicly exposed by anonymous sources. But not Obama. His records are always unavailable and never leaked. Obama always seems to have powerful forces on his side. Did he attend Columbia as a foreign student? That was the educated guess I made my appearance on Hannity on Fox News Channel a year ago. The only photo of Obama from his Columbia days was in his off-campus apartment with a roommate described by USA Today as a Pakistani foreign student, pot smoker, and cocaine abuser. Wonderful. If you're a foreign student, you live in housing off campus with other foreign students. That would also explain how he transferred into Columbia. Transferring into an Ivy League school is all but impossible. I did a little digging, and I found out only 3 transfer students in all of America were accepted into Columbia in the past academic year. 3 students out of 315 million Americans. Yet those who knew Obama at Occidental called him a pot smoker and partier who rarely attended class. You're telling me that a student with that kind of record at an average college like Occidental was accepted for transfer into prestigious Columbia? Only if he was an exotic Indonesian foreign student transferring into a college that desperately wanted to claim an ethnically and globally diverse student body. Still, that might explain how Obama got into Columbia, but where was he for those 2 years? My gut instincts say something's wrong with the Obama at Columbia story. Something's very wrong. Something is rancid. But until now, I was the only Columbia-attached person that I know of in the whole country publicly voicing my suspicions. That just changed. Meet Professor Henry Graff, perhaps the most legendary and honored professor ever at Columbia. He was the American history and diplomatic history professor at Columbia for 46 years and a presidential historian. He's more emphatic than yours truly that there are no Obama footprints at Columbia. I was put on Professor Graff's trail by another Columbia classmate, skeptical about the Obama story. He told me that Professor Graff had been the speaker for the class of '53 2 weeks ago at Columbia when I was there. My friend was watching Graff answer questions from the crowd when the professor was asked about Obama at Columbia, and he said, "I have my doubts he ever went here." I did some digging and located Professor Graff's home phone number. I called him, now retired. He was delighted to hear from me. He agreed to go on the record about Obama. Unlike Obama, Professor Graff clearly remembered me, Wayne Root. He was thrilled to hear from his former student. I was in several of Graff's classes, and he remembered me like it was yesterday. He sounded great. He hadn't lost any of his trademark sharpness in 30 years since we last met. I was honored to learn that this legendary historian has been following my political career for many years. What an honor. But he had no such cheery things to say about President Obama. Professor Graff said, and I quote, "I taught at Columbia for 46 years. I taught every significant American politician that ever studied at Columbia. I know them all. I'm proud of them all. Between American history and diplomatic history, one way or another, they all had to come through my classes. Not Obama. I never had a student with that name registered in any of my classes. I never met him, never saw him, never heard of him. Even more importantly, Professor Graff knew the other history and political science professors. And his quote was, "None of the other Columbia professors that I know ever met him either," said Graff. Graff concluded our interview by saying, "I'm very upset by the whole story. I'm angry when I hear Obama called the first president of the United States from Columbia University. I don't consider him a Columbia student," says Graff. "I have no idea what he did on the Columbia campus. No one knows him or knows anything about him." There's something wrong with Obama's story, folks. I know that. Many of my classmates at last 2 weekends ago, 30th reunion, felt queasy too, even though they were mostly Obama supporters. They know in their guts he wasn't there. Now the most beloved professor ever at Columbia joins us in publicly questioning the story. Obama's either the ghost of Columbia or the perfect Manchurian candidate. But something smells rotten at Columbia. Rotten like dead fish. It's hard to come to any other conclusion. But Obama is purposely trying to destroy capitalism, kill the American dream, and undo American values, as well as shred the Constitution. Now that you realize he has a mysterious background, it all fits, doesn't it? The question is, who's pulling the strings? Who controls Obama? Who has the motive and desire to destroy America? Who benefits by the destruction of the greatest democracy in world history? Who wants to see a one world government with no America getting in the way? Who set all this up and made the path clear for Barack Obama? I'm Wayne Alaroot for Personal Liberty. See you next week. Same time, same place. God bless America. We'll need all the blessings we can get with Obama in the White House. Bye-bye.